champagne and it's feeling like everything. And it's feeling like everything. And it's feeling like everything. Turn pain into games, now we're popping champagne and it's feeling like everything. We turn nothing into sun, yeah. On top, now I'm feeling like everything. Turn pain into games, now we're popping champagne and it's feeling like
Oh yeah, you better tune in. Facts with Reem'o, get ready.
and it's feeling like everything. Turn pain into games, now we're popping champagne and it's feeling like
Both of your points is interesting because you're right. We should not put another entertainer in office, especially someone that's not qualified. If you're not qualified, then don't do it. Or let's not vote for this person. And I think it's interesting just thinking about the last election, how many people, how much, I guess, social media ruled that election. Because if you remember, there were a lot of people during that election that voted for Harambe, a gorilla that passed away that got famous through social media.
Right.
That's number one.
Oh,
Travis Scott.
and the other incumbent, right? These nuts. Didn't these nuts get
That's
votes?
3.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised.
Didn't he get like 10% of the vote? Almost? Pretty much?
Until
Until the primary?
this is where we're at.
Right.
This is where we're at.
Right. This is what we're doing.
I feel like it's a business. I feel like the presidential campaign and everything. It's just a business. It's just a puppet. You put someone in the face of, and it's the people in the back that really are calling the shots.
And I think it's interesting that we're having this conversation because when I remember before we got on air, there was something on Instagram that predicted I think The Simpsons predicting that Oprah would win 2020.
Wow.
At the same time, that's like as a black man and just as a black person, that's cool to think about. Like, oh well, you have this rags to riches woman that became a billionaire, but at the same time, she's not qualified, and it's very hard to be qualified in politics and law in, let's say, in 2 years.
What do you think? Oh, you think you're saying this about Oprah?
I'm saying that like it's pie in the sky, but it's not practical.
Right.
So I think as young people, as people in general, we need to become more focused and become more educated on who our politicians are,
Yeah, that's
and
what I'm
if
saying.
they're actually going to make a choice. No matter now, granted, would it be cool to have a black person as a president or as a politician, as a president again, really?
Right.
Yes, but I think it's also important to, no matter who it is,
They should be qualified.
they should be qualified. No matter if they're black, white, Latin, purple,
Whatever.
it doesn't matter as long as they're qualified, as long as they represent a better United States.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
Yes.
get all political, but yeah.
Yeah, no, not get a rerun of fucking Space Jam and fucking drag Bugs Bunny out of the Looney Tune world and have him as fucking president.
That sounds lit.
fucking
though.
ridiculous.
That sounds so lit.
Fucking yeah, that's
I
not
know it
fucking
wouldn't
lit.
work, but that sounds so lit.
No, what else would be lit?
What?
That's all, folks. How about that?
No, you know what would be lit? Linking up with Marty.
No.
Linking up with Marty in space, pulling up in the space
Oh,
coupe.
yeah, Martin. Yeah.
Pulling up in the
Marvin
space
the
coupe.
Martian, yeah, great.
Yeah.
Unfucking believable.
Literally in
this
Mars.
This is what we're talking about, 2018. You know what, hell, why don't we
Pull up
take
in
it
the space
further?
coupe,
Why don't you
I
turn
don't
on the
like
Super
Marty.
Nintendo and let's get Mario for fucking Mario Galaxy. Let's make him
Let's
president
go. Mario 2020.
too. Yeah,
let's
let's
do
make
it.
him
The
president too.
game, Mario?
Yeah.
Yes.
Super Mario.
Super Mario.
Super Mario. Let's get
Mario.
Toad. Let's get Princess. Let's get
Let's
all
get
of them.
Yoshi.
Let's get
Let's
all
get
of them.
Yoshi.
Let's
Let's
get all of
go.
them. Let's play Super Smash Brothers. Let's get all the fucking
that was
Nintendo
my
characters,
game.
and they can be president too.
Yo.
That's the era
Yo,
we're in right now.
let's get it going.
Good job. Great freaking job.
I think
Hey.
we're all, listen.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, we I don't know. I feel like Trump has just messed up everything.
I'm not gonna
guys.
blame him.
Oh, wait.
We don't say his name.
No, blame. I don't care.
Mr.
Trump,
45.
Trump.
Mr. 45.
What is he? Beetlejuice? Trump.
Hey.
Beetlejuice. Great. Who cares? Fuck him. That's not his fault. It's the
It's
people's
not.
fault
It's
at the
not
end of the
his
day.
fault. Yeah.
Okay.
We succumbed ourselves to be idiots. We made ourselves morons. We made ourselves pathetic, and to a degree of highest levels. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, we get one little scare. Now we all want to pull out dashikis. This one wants to be fucking Russian. This one wants to be Dominican. The other one wants to be a Jew. It's ridiculous. Enough's enough with the fuck shit. I'm sorry. Enough's enough with the fuck shit. I don't know how else to say it but that.
Right.
I hate to say it ugly. I hate to say it disgusting. I didn't, put sprinkles on it and it made it a fucking latte and put caramel drizzle on top of it or whatever. But that's what the fuck it is. I'm sorry. We allowed ourselves to be in this position, idiot position. In 2018, I never thought in the day I'd be like, oh yeah, we can have this entertainer be a president. Sure, no problem. No skills whatsoever. Let's have him as president. Are you serious?
Yeah,
you gotta be
it's kind of
kidding.
like.
I don't understand. I just don't understand. Woo.
But I think honestly, I honestly feel that Oprah can have the ability, because the thing about it is that we don't know what's going on behind the scenes within the politics.
Right.
Because I've seen plenty of rooms with Oprah and previous presidents and previous people who have worked in the White House and et cetera, in the same room. So just because somebody is not being approached or being to the audience like that does not mean that that she's not appropriate for the job. And I feel like a great president. I'm not talking about war and stuff like that, but I'm just talking about the energy within the world. A great president to me is someone who cares about everybody's feelings.
Right.
And I'm not talking about kissing ass and sugarcoating it for everybody to
Right.
get everything that people need, but giving the motivation, the gratitude, and just being thankful. You know what I mean? And just giving out, a person that runs for president should just be a person that's for all. Period. And I think that Oprah is a great candidate for that. I don't know if she's equipped for the job. I don't know everything that's her resume speaks for itself, though. You know what I mean? Her resume is strong enough and it's long enough to the point that I feel comfortable. I don't know all the details and what it goes into, but I feel like Oprah is not far.
Does she have a poli-sci degree? Does she have a law degree?
But my thing is like, are these questions that's being asked with Hillary Clinton? Are these the questions that's being asked with Bill Clinton? Is these the question that's being asked with Obama? Is these the question that's being asked with Trump? Is these the questions that's being asked with anybody?
Not answering for ask with Trump.
But see, I don't want this to leave here and be confused with black women because no, not you. I'm just saying, just in general, because my thing is like, if these questions are not being asked by the previous ones, I feel like her resume is way too long to even be addressed in this situation. You know what I mean?
Right. I'll try to even elaborate to everybody out there. Here's where my frustration comes from, okay? Had not that speech been at a Golden Globes, right?
Right.
Would we have the same amount of steam to build it up to say, Oprah, 2020?
All right, but the reason why she's at the Golden Globe, though, but my thing is this: if it wasn't at the Golden Globe, would she have gotten everybody's attention?
No, but that's why I'm coming from.
But when you're in a position, when you're in a platform to create change, you have to use your platform that you have built. She has built that platform since she was 23 years old.
That's true.
And now where she is standing, she's using that platform that she has worked hard and built her resume on to, to inspire everybody that has been closed mouth. And you have to understand too, Oprah's time, in Oprah's time, she couldn't even be who she is today. She couldn't be who she is today.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So today in 2018, we need an Oprah. We need a Oprah to make things solidified
and that's kind of what I'm getting at. We need an Oprah, not Oprah herself, but someone like Oprah with a degree, with the qualifications to say, hey, I have this amount of clout, I have this amount of pull with the public. I want to try to rectify everything that's been screwed up.
But who would you say? It doesn't even have to be a celebrity.
And to be honest, it also made me reflect on voting in The Rock as a president, just because me being a former big WWE and wrestling fan, that'd be really cool to see Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, someone that I used to watch wrestling as a wrestler as a kid, to be the president. I think that'd be really cool. But then I'm also thinking as an adult, as a 29-year-old, I'm like, does he have a degree? Does he have a law degree? Does he have a poli-sci degree? Does he even know anything about any of the topics? Does he have the qualifications? Unfortunately, not. It's just something that we can dream on. It's the what if. But I think more importantly is that can we, and I hope we do, can we elect someone that has the clout and has the wherewithal and the magnetism to pull everyone together, but still has the intelligence and the awareness about certain issues. However, there is another one on this list that maybe we can touch on very briefly about how do we feel about black attire at certain events. And I think as we're doing, even though this is a bit like...
This wasn't even planned, by the way.
It wasn't.
It really wasn't.
It's like, oh shit, we're in black. But I think wearing black at certain events in light of other events or the Me Too campaign, I think it forces a conversation like the one we're trying to have right now.
Right.
In my mind, it forces people to talk about it, and it forces people to say, hey, this is not cool. What are we going to do as a people, as a community, whether it's big or small, to confront it and eventually try to stop it. What do you think, Reem'o?
No, I mean, listen, I'm all for that in regards to, yes, you have to public display in regards to showing a movement. That's cool, but I'm still about what is the end game at the end of the day. I could take you. I could take people in the back or whatever. I could take you to that. But if there's no end game, what am I taking you for at the end of the day? That's what we're missing. For me, that's what we're missing out on a lot of times. I get it. Don't get me wrong. I get it. I'm not downplaying. No, I'm saying for the end game in regards to what is the end point that we are reaching to make things change. Okay, that's number one. Number two, and you could be a leader. It's okay to be a leader, but don't lead people to nothing. And I feel a lot of times, especially as of late in this era, what we have done is, we'll talk smoke, we'll talk steam, we'll talk to do this, we want to stop that. But then Father Time comes, and all of a sudden it's back to square one. You know what I'm saying? Right. And then also too, here's another thing that really pisses me off. What a lot of us, majority of our people are starting to do, which really starting to piss me off, is devaluing you as an individual, as a black person, because you didn't jump in the fire and do the same thing. We want to. Right.
Stop.
You want to constantly keep calling someone Uncle Tom, yet half you motherfuckers don't know the story behind Uncle Tom.
Right.
You don't know where it came from or where it resonated from. I could put my life savings on that. Okay? That's a whole lot.
From a book.
No, right. That's number one. Number two, okay, you can't devalue somebody because they don't follow the same values as you. Okay? You can't do that. That's not even ethical. I'm sorry. That's not even fucking ethical. That's like Yatu, right? Let's say I'm pro-black, I'm pro-conscious, right? Keyword pro, right? And I go, yo, y'all gotta come with me. You, Giavanna, you gotta come with me. You gotta come with me. Go down to the station. Not with me. You not black. How the fuck does that sound?
What if I'm busy?
No, not even what you busy.
Seriously,
No, not even what you busy. No, not even what you busy. No, because you know why? Not even what you busy. Because this is what kills me. People could do that, but let that other black man have a business. Let the other black man own something. What is the first thing that's done? Yo, bro,
let me get a discount. Yo, let me get that, yo.
Let me get a discount.
Yo, bro.
Yo, let me hold me down, bro.
Yo, bro.
But yeah, we could be black fucking conscious.
Right.
Enough to say, oh, you know what? You ain't black enough.
Right.
How the fuck does that work?
Right. And actually, I'm gonna let the Rugers play on this one. So you just reminded me of something. That
I said, no, seriously, how the fuck does that work? Right. Yeah, I'll let you go.
So peep this. So clearly, I'm a black man, and I also play rugby. And when I first started playing, a family friend of mine who I'm obviously leaving nameless, had called me a sellout because I supposedly play a white people sport. Do you have any idea how many people of color that look like me or look like people of color that actually play rugby? And we're talking in other countries. We're talking in England. We're talking in Australia. We're talking in Fiji. We're talking in New Zealand. We're talking in South Africa.
Right.
In Africa.
Right.
The state, the state.
The country.
The continent of Africa.
Yeah.
Right.
And it just bothers me about people's ignorance or
Beyond ignorance.
we can even take it a step further with this feeling of black love. And
Yeah.
I feel it's interesting to me. I'm torn about it because we should be attracted to whoever we gravitate towards, no matter if they're black, Hispanic, white, whoever.
Right.
And I'm also saying this as someone who's dated white women before, because at that time in my life, that's who I gravitated towards. And it wasn't because they were white, it was because I gravitated towards their energy.
Turn pain into gains, now we're popping champagne, and it's feeling like